sharing is very important. Hello everyone, my name is Emmanuel. In this video I want to discuss my thoughts about UK, like after becoming a British citizen, whether it's good for someone to move down here or not. You know, a lot of people might be thinking, oh God, what is he going to say? Is he going to say we shouldn't come? I'm going to give you some pointers that will help you, whether you're family, you're a single person, or you're coming for work, you're coming to visit. You know, I'm going to give you some advice as to somebody who live here for so many years, who've been moving back and forth, and finally becoming a British citizen, and the process and how long it took. You know, it's something that I want to start doing on the channel because it's not a big channel, and I just thought, you know what, a lot of people out there I see online, people want jackpot, people want to go abroad. You know, they say Africa is hard. So I want to take the moment to share some ideas, you know, what you should consider before moving to the UK. So stay tuned. So the first point is you need to ask yourself, why are you moving to the UK? Are you moving to the UK because you got a job? Are you moving to the UK because Africa is hard and you're looking for somewhere to better your life? And also, are you moving to the UK because you're studying, or you're moving to join your family? There's so many reasons why people move to the UK. You know, in me, I moved here because of my wife, right? Well, that's the question you need to ask. You know, we'll take it from here, and then I'll start step by step, and some of the most important things you need to consider before starting to move to the UK. All right, point number one, before starting to move to the UK, guys, you need passports. You can't travel without passport, so is the first point. Make sure you apply for passports. Your passport is very, very important. So my question is, do you have a passport? If the answer is no, well, you can continue watching the video, but you need to get the passport. Thank you. Well, there's beggars everywhere. Somebody's asking me to give them some money. Well, guys, let's continue our point number two. Point number two. Do you know in the UK, most of the application form have to be done online? Are you tech savvy? Do you have access to smartphone? Do you have access to computer? Do you have access to internet? Do you have access to scanner? You know, all these things are very, very important because most of the applications have to be done online. And also, do you have email address? Very, very important, right? So that's point number two. Point number three. Well, who can move to the UK? You can move to the UK if you're a spouse. You can move to the UK if you got employment in the UK. You can move to the UK if you're a student. You can move to the UK if you have a ancestral root, like parents are here. So yeah, so let's start because this one is quite easy because a lot of people moving to the UK kind of have employment related. So I'll go ahead and talk about employment. It's very, very important because, you know, people make silly mistakes like which cost them down the road when they're in the UK because they haven't applied for the right visa. So stay tuned. Let's talk about the type of visa you need when you're applying for a job. Right, so the type of visa you need to apply when moving to the UK, especially applying a job, is a skills visa. I think it was replaced with a tier 2 visa. This visa allow you to work, study, and also allow you to bring dependent like families to live with you. But there's some restrictions, you know. This visa have to be, the company have to be listed by Home Office that they can actually allow you to come here and work. So most of these companies are registered with the Home Office that you can actually bring overseas employees to work. Yeah, so it's very, very important. Oh, thank you. It's very, very important that you check on the Home Office site to make sure the company is actually a legit company that allow people to come to the UK to work, because if you don't, you get messed up down the road where you try to bring family member down here to live with you. Yeah, so that's the point. Is it point number 3 or 4? Yeah, so let's continue. And the benefit of this skills visa, right? Especially if you're a doctor or a nurse, the benefit is you don't have to pay the NHS surcharge. What I mean, a surcharge is, you know, in the UK there's a free healthcare, but if you're coming as a skills visa, every year you pay a surcharge, you pay a fee to be able to use the healthcare system. But if you're a doctor or nurse, you don't have to pay. I mean, if you're actually a doctor and nurse but you work with the NHS, you do not have to pay those fees. You know, how beneficial is that? So if you're a nurse watching right now, you might be thinking, I think I need to move to the UK. Well, is this information very, very good for you? Yeah, please consider liking the video, you know, while I continue talking about how to apply and how long the visa takes, all right? And also some of the documentation you need before you start the process. Right, so what documents do you need to apply for this visa? So you need a certificate from your employer, your certificate from your university or college. One thing that I've learned over the years is, you know, when you have a certification, especially when you move into the UK, sometimes they don't, I don't know, is that the right word? They don't believe these certifications are real. So my suggestion is, you know, there's a process in Africa that you can use. What's the right word? There's a process called legalization. So this legalization certify the document you have. So for example, if you have a PhD, this legalization certify the document. I believe a lot of all the embassies in Ghana especially, or in your country, will probably do it. I remember doing one from a Netherlands embassy. You know, they show you have to take the original documentation and also supportive documents, and then once you support, I think there's a fee you need to pay, and then you have like a seal stamp on it which certify that the Dutch government certify that this document is valid. And most of the countries will accept it because Netherlands have like all these how do you call it, agreement with all these countries. This part is very important. You must be able to speak English. It's very important. If you can't speak English, then you need to go to school and study English. But I believe if you have masters in English, I believe you are probably exempt. But yeah, just check with your employer or go to the website and check. But you require to speak English or have a proof that you can speak English. If you're not sure, if you haven't got a degree, or if you don't have any certification to prove that you can speak English, I think you have to go to I think some of the agencies work with the UK government to provide certification which allow you to add this document to your application. Yeah, the document will have like a identification code number, like a code that says that you completed the basic English language, and which tell the government that you could actually speak and read and write. So yeah, so that's very, very important as well, because and also yeah, to allow you to live comfortably without any stress. And the most important thing as well is when you receive the certificate, I mean the sponsorship certificate from your employer, make sure it listed the role on the certificate. Make sure it listed what you're coming to do, because if you don't have that, you know, you could be rejected after paying a lot of pounds. So guys, if this video is very useful, please do let me know. And how long the visa takes. It takes about 3 weeks, but you can apply also in 3 months in advance before you travel. Yeah, so guys, I hope the information was very useful. If it is, please consider liking the video, share. If there's something I haven't mentioned, or if there's any other videos you would like me to do, please consider dropping the comment and let me know. Yeah, thank you. From the UK, I haven't talked about my British citizenship, but maybe in the next episode. Thank you. See you guys. See you in the next one.